top stories. The National Water Agency and Economic Development Board among several government agencies in the crosshairs. The latest Auditor General report flagging lapses and irregularities. A teenage boy becomes the nation's first self-radicalization case from mixed experience emojis. He's among two Singaporeans issued with restriction filters. And the proposed medical tower at Tan Tock Seng Hospital will add around 600 acute hospital beds. This is on top of the over 2,000 beds the hospital has currently. The new tower will also have an expanded emergency department that will provide faster access to patients.
Hi guys,
The project is expected to be completed
I'm in my
by
hotel room.
2030.
It's just gone past 1 in the morning. I'm doing a YouTube live. It's all good. So I think in the UK it's about what time should it should be about 7 o'clock or 7:30. All good. I'm gonna head out in a minute and do the YouTube live. Yeah, if I can't record through my actual phone, I'll probably be doing a YouTube live. Peace. And then get changed, put some clothes on. Peace.
A major revamp and reimagining of the value and offerings of the entire campus. The buildings labeled in black are existing facilities. The former master plan was launched over a decade ago. The buildings labeled in blue were completed during phase 1, which ended last year. Next up for phase 2 are planned developments in orange. And space for future developments, labeled in green, are for areas like medical education or training. All these aim to boost the rising demand for Tan Tock Seng Hospital's services. Between 2020 and last year, admissions and outpatient visits at TTSH increased by an average of 5% each year. Tan Tock Seng Hospital says it manages over 125,000 emergency department cases each year. Last year, around 40% of those patients were aged 65 years old and above. That's compared to some 30% around 5 years ago. As such, the hospital is studying the relocation of its emergency department to the proposed medical tower to cope with rising attendance. The hospital adds that it will review workflows at its new emergency department. This is to allow faster triage and minimize unneeded patient transfers. It will also check technology to trim manpower needs. We cannot just try to hire more and more people because there's always a shortage of manpower staff across the entire healthcare sector. So what we are trying to do here is to introduce new care models that will help us to do things perhaps in a better way.
Hey guys, it's all good.
Reliance
I'm in my
on
hotel
manpower.
room right
We
now.
also want to redesign some of
They're
the
doing the
roles
YouTube live. I know I've got nobody watching, but I still like to do the live. I'm gonna put my phone right here so you can get a good view.
The second phase of the Hull City Novena Master Plan is expected to be completed by 2030. And for more on this, Chief Executive Officer at Tan Tock Seng Hospital, Adjunct Prof. Dr. Tan Hong Chung joins me now. And with him is Adjunct ASAP Prof. Dr. Vernon Tong, who is the Chairman of the Medical Board at Tan Tock Seng Hospital. Gentlemen, thanks for joining us in the studio today. Dr. Tan, I want to start with you. Now, besides coping with a bigger patient load and also faster handling of emergency services, how will the proposed medical tower change healthcare for Singapore?
I think we all know that the healthcare demand is going up rapidly with our aging population. So we can't just do more of the same. We are thinking about how we can introduce new care models, such as having what we call a frailty-ready campus. That's actually behind the really targeting healthcare at frail elderly population and making sure that when they come for care, is something that will be smooth and will be something convenient and connected for the patients and their family members.
Now, frailty ready sounds great. There's a lot of focus now on serving our seniors better. So maybe Dr. Tong, if you could tell us what exactly does this entail, not just for the patients, but also for the families that have to engage in this care as well.
Yes, so in fact, I think it does involve a lot of attention, not just for the patients themselves, But the family members do also need to be engaged in the care of these patients. So increasingly, as we know, within our healthcare cluster, we do see a fairly elderly population. In fact, probably more than 60% of our population within the national healthcare group tend to be individuals above 60 years of age. So in a period hospital, not only the medical staff, but also the nurses, the allied health professionals, and all other individuals who are involved in the care of the patient do need to look at it from a holistic point of view, not just from the medical angle, but perhaps even from the nutrition, the psychological well-being, from the time when they enter the hospital to the time they leave the hospital. So we need to make sure that the care is integrated along all
I'm going to head out and buy a drink in this 7-Eleven.
emergency department. So how will that tangibly change the experience for patients that go to Tatotsi? So I think our emergency department is now 26 years old since the day we opened shop in 1999. So in terms of the infrastructure, the capacity, it is slightly limited. In our emergency department, other than the acute stroke that we see because we are the National Stroke Referral Center, we are also the central trauma region where many of the more severe trauma patients do end up with. Some of the patients are very elderly, and we find that in managing these elderly patients, we do need to make sure that the infrastructure and the supports are there. We also need to ensure that there are enough facilities for the family members to be involved in the care as well. So in the new center, in the new emergency department, there will be more rapid access, for example, to the operating theaters, to the angiography suites, for procedures to be done in a very expedient and rapid manner, and to cut around the throughput of the patients moving through the A&E.
And the new tower sounds like, it helps to accentuate the speed element, with a lot of use of smart solutions as well. So Dr. Tang, I want to get to you.
I like to respect the Thai culture, so I don't like to do anything that would upset them and stuff.
So in a smart ward that we have today, actually we want to activate our patients to take ownership of the health, so they get information about their treatment protocol, where they can go for certain exercises or programs that we have, and that allows them to then be participated in their own health. We are also tapping on a lot of things like robotics. You have seen in the video earlier on, because this is important as the healthcare workforce is also aging. We need to take care of our workers, make sure that the menial aspects of the work can be taken over by machines. But we are very, very careful about also ensuring that we still maintain that human touch in healthcare.
So I think being digitally enabled is important, not just from the patient's point of view, but also from the family members. And ensuring that they are digitally enabled does also mean that our healthcare workers of tomorrow do have to learn some of these digital enablements. For example, the use of AI, the use of bioinformatics, predictive analysis. The idea is to improve the system so that the system is a little bit more efficient, and we are then able to create more capacity for patients who need expedient help.
And with improvements to the system, how do you think this will then impact the idea of medical tourism to Singapore, Dr. Tang?
Well, I think we are firstly here to serve the residents and the patients in Singapore. And if there are patients who would like to come to Singapore to seek help, I think that's something that we do take care of when the situation arises.
Yeah, Dr. Tang, any views on that as well? Whether, with Singapore sort of spearheading these technologies or these developments, that there might be a chance for people not only to come here to have their medical treatment, but also it might be kind of a beacon for a lot of other countries as well to explore potential developments that Singapore is currently exploring.
Yes. So in fact, we have a lot of trainees.
I'm going to be heading out in a minute. I have to do my walks later. I like this walk just to see what's happening and stuff. Yes. Yeah, I'm alone, so essentially, look. I'm alone, guys. Look at that. That's a big bed, isn't it? Massive bed. Cool. Bathroom. Look at that, massive. That's a big bath. But there's no hot water as well. There's no hot water.
How the staff then be trained adequately, given that these are very new developments in technologies as well?
So we have a Center for Healthcare Innovation in
See what's happening outside.
and this is a center that bring innovation.
It's sliding doors. It's nice sliding doors. It's raining again, isn't it? Look. More rain. More rain, guys. So I'm gonna head out now to go to the nightlife area. I'm gonna have a walk. I'm gonna walk and see if I can get myself another drink. I don't drink alcohol that much really. Yeah. Peace. See you guys soon.